You know that one time where we got obsessed with penises on the show?
When
did we stop being obsessed?
Many times.
Animal penises.
I remember that day. I had to Google them all.
True. What kind of animal?
I wasn't here that day. What's going on here?
Oh, we were looking at snake dick,
Like dolphin
goose
dick.
dick.
Dolphin. You ever wondered what animals they
I
could play?
never think of any animals
There's
with
some
dicks.
animals that have, or like,
Except for dogs, because we have dogs.
I forgot which animal, but it has like a corkscrew dick. It was
Horse, I think.
Pig. Pig, yeah.
Snakes have two
Corkscrew.
dicks.
Yeah, 2 dicks.
It goes like this.
It's weird.
What?
Doesn't that just sounds painful?
That's
it really does sound painful.
fascinating, but
All right, so
never think about it.
scientists have recently are nearing a discovery of what dinosaur genitals.
I actually know this. I know this. I know this.
Always one fucking think about dick.
No.
Scientist is a woman.
Scientists.
Tell me if I'm wrong, because I just literally had a conversation about this.
Okay. What do they look like?
It's called a Khalifa.
Like a Wiz Khalifa?
Or like a,
Like a weenie Khalifa.
it's like a vent or something. It's like a window or a vent. And so the genital, whatever it is, the vagina, the penis, and the anus, and the birthing canal is all the same place.
That's disgusting.
Yes.
What? Am I right?
It's called
I know shit.
bio major.
Dino major.
Dino major.
Dino dick major.
That's nasty.
Yeah, it's called a cloaca.
Cloaca. What I call it, Khalifa.
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 I could say close, sure.
It's just
All one hole.
So basically, they
Gross.
didn't know if it was gonna be like how birds have it or how crocodiles have it or whatever.
I don't remember.
Well, the birds and crocodiles actually have the same thing. It's they also have cloaca, but the way they have how birds do it though, cloaca, they don't actually have penises. Like birds, they don't have penises. They just have the cloaca, and what they do when they have sex is the male bird and the female bird both have cloacals, I guess, and they do a cloacal kiss. They just kind of kiss.
That's it?
And in that time, they transfer fluids from male to female, and that's how the female bird gets pregnant.
So then how do you know who's a male and who's a female?
There's no penis in there. We know that about birds. And what we know about, like, say, crocodiles, reptiles, crocodiles have penises kept inside the cloaca.
Yeah.
Now, the confusion for dinosaurs is that dinosaurs, some people think they're closer to birds. Like in Jurassic
Right.
Park, you know how they're like velociraptors, they could have been
Roosters.
winged and rooster-like, yeah. So we didn't know if it was more like birds or more like reptiles, modern day reptiles or modern day birds. But now, thanks to a new fossil that's been discovered, they're assuming that, say for example, a Tyrannosaurus Rex, it would have had a gigantic, bendy-ass penis. Like, long penises that would just come out of the cloaca. Yeah, so like they
Like a
thought-
snake?
Yeah, because like they're thinking like, well, you can't exactly put a T-Rex on top of another T-Rex with cloaca.
The tails?
Like they would have to like somehow, they're just too big and heavy, and if they fell over, like they're
Tiny
thinking,
arms, they can't even, like-
get back up. So like having no dick wouldn't be possible for, say, gigantic dinosaurs to have sex with. So they're assuming now, thanks to this new fossil, that it's possibly a gigantic dildo dick that comes out and it's bendy, and they just kind of hose it into the female.
It's crazy.
And that's a dinosaur dick.
like
Is there
Because
any
reptiles
photos or something?
actually have
photos,
dicks.
No photos.
Right?
There's no-
Reptiles have dicks.
the conversation had is because
Yes.
they found a cloaca.
They found a cloaca, yeah.
The first intact cloaca.
Yes, and then there's like enough like skin fibers and
know.
tissue or whatever that's for them to
I was
make
playing
an assumption
golf
now.
and this came up.
Crazy.
On the golf course.
Frisbee golf?
Not
What do you
frisbee
end
golf.
up talking about on golf?
I don't know
Dino
why it came up. It was
penises.
came about the cloaca, the also known as the Khalifa.
According to Dante.
But yeah, it's crazy how it kind of like wraps it up quick like a superhero. You know what I'm saying? You know, like a superhero that got like no genitalia. They're just like, that's how.
Yeah, like reptiles, you can't even see it.
You can't even
And then
see
they
it.
pop it out when it's ready to go.
What's crazy is that they stick it in and then the baby forms in an egg. So it's not even like the baby comes out, it's the egg comes out.
Yeah.
So instead of getting pregnant, it's like the egg birth.
Fertilizer then births the egg.
Dude, listen to this. So yesterday I was, I forgot where I heard this. I think you were with me, but there's this octopus called the blanket octopus, and it kind of resembles a blanket. And when they mate, so the females are the ones that look like blankets, and then when they mate, there's another octopus. I forgot what that one's called, but it's like...
The male one.
Yeah, well, it's the male one. And it's like this big. So if the blanket octopus is like fucking 100 times bigger than it...
It's like a little guy.
Yeah, so what happens is when it's gonna impregnate the female, it like one of its little tentacles gets full of sperm, and what he does, he goes inside of the blanket octopus, the female, and then he like dies.
Yeah, he gives her the arm. The female one rips the arm off the
Yeah.
What?
And he definitely
And she puts it, she
Praying mantis lady goes.
yeah, so she puts it inside of her, and then she stores it there when she's ready to have kids. But that dude's gone. Crazy.
Gave his life to his children.
How romantic.
And she's like, I'm not ready yet, motherfucker. I'll use it later.
Because isn't the praying mantis like that? Like he busts a nut and he's like, I'm hungry, and then fucking eats them. I need energy.
I need energy for this sperm now to make my babies.
Don't black widows kill their partners too?
I think they do too. I mean,
I'm glad I'm not one of those.
that's sexism on another level.
Yes, that's females are ruthless.
No.
I mean, I think it's the way things should be.
Yeah.
Depends on what society we're in, but you're right. I mean, it happens. It
Should have
happens.
been that animal. I'm glad I'm a human. Because sex feels so good. For them, it seems so painful.
That's it, they're done.
The good news, baby, you're about to have some sex. The bad news is
I'm gone.
You're gonna be dead.
that's it.
Would it be worth it?
Well, you don't die a virgin.
At least you don't divert. You're like, oh.
Your ego is restored. Would you guys think it'd be worth it if humans were like that?
To die for sex.
We wouldn't
Yeah.
have a choice, right?
You have no choice because you have a primal urge to
All animals, yeah. Like what pleasure?
recreate and repopulate your species, so you're gonna want to do it.
But what pleasure do these animals get that do that?
For pleasure. I think they're doing
Why
it
is
for
she killing
survival.
They're programmed.
What do they get out of it, right? Because humans, what we get, we're wired this way because like we get sex out of it, so that's why we want to do it. But then if we were wired,
But they want to repopulate.
but that's our primal, right? So like our primal is being horny. That's the primal thing. But their primal is just, what is it?
But why are you horny though? Are you horny?
To repopulate.
Yeah, so wouldn't it be the same?
No, not repopulate, just populate.
Right.
But then so like these animals, they're wired to mate as well, but their mating ritual and everything else is different. But they're not positively reinforced, is what I'm saying.
I don't think they're smart enough to even know about positive or negative.
They're not
They're
even
just
self-aware.
programmed. Yeah.
I have to fucking give her my fucking arm.
Yeah, they go, oh, time. Bup, 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 bup. You know? I think that's it. I don't think they have self-thought.
Humans are also kind of psychologically wired to think about death with sex, right? Like there's like a whole idea that sex, like when you climax, you orgasm, there's like this idea of death that goes with it, right?
What?
Isn't it?
Like the same feeling, right? It's supposed to be like your mental clarity.
Euphoria, where it's like
Euphoria, yeah.
It's
Where you
euphoric
kind
thing
of
where you like you almost there's like a death, like you
Yeah,
die,
hold on,
you die a little or
I've
something.
never heard of this.
orgasm.
And never associated it with death.
Yeah,
do
like
die.
you're at the most vulnerable state, like something like that.
I feel the most human within the first 10 seconds of coming. I go, ah, and I'm like, wow, I'm so intelligent when I don't feel so, oh, okay, I'm going back to reality. I'm a stupid human.
How do I get out of here?
Yeah, I went from like alien to like, this is how humans should be, to like, okay, I'm a low life again.
That's funny. So there's a saying, it's in French. Le petit mort.
Le petit.
And it is an expression, it's called the little death. Yeah, it's an expression which means the brief loss or weakening of consciousness, and in modern usage refers specifically to the sensation of post-orgasm as likened to death. The first attested use with the meaning of orgasm. Oh no, yeah, never mind. It's just like
That makes sense. Pussy's so good, that shit put me to sleep.
Wait, so
Put you to sleep. You're like, oh, I'm dead.
the French call orgasm le petit mort?
Yeah, the little death.
The little death.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think we're kind of wired to think of like I don't know. Like I don't think of like death. But
Praying
like,
mantis
it's
is
like,
the big death.
There's some connection though. The universe says, hey, this is somewhat kind of like
I mean, like,
death-like.
how did they come up with that is what the interesting thing would be, right? Because it's like, did someone experience like a near death and then now they're tying the two?
And
So
like,
then
it
it
feels
makes you
the
think,
same?
yeah, like when you die, it feels like you're climaxing, then I'm ready to go.
Oh yeah, because remember we were talking about that Netflix show, the Surviving Death one, where a lot of people in that show that have had near-death experiences, where they actually like clinically were dead, like their body was dead, and then that they felt like a euphoric feeling of like warmth and love and light, and it was just all really calming.
I die every night then.
Comforting.
It can refer to the spiritual release that comes with orgasm or to a short period of melancholy or transcendence as a result of the expenditure of the life force.
I'll be feeling the spirits.
It's that light, it's the chi, the chi.
The chi leaves you.
The chi.
Orgasm.
Don't we? Yeah.
Takes it all from me.
Chi.
The chi. The chi leaves through my dick.
Let you try the tantric sex. You know the tantric sex?
Where you don't come and you just orgasm.
For like hours.
But you orgasm through, we were trying to learn this when we were younger.
You done it before?
I don't think I was
The
successful.
only time I knew about it was because Sting like opened like publicly.
The
talked
Sting
about
was into it. And
You bust nuts without busting?
Yeah.
there's like all your chakras, and then it's like about the breath of fire. You know, like you breathe the breath of fire. And
it. Bart has breath of fire.
when you're about to come or you're having sex, you bring the energy and then you bring it up through all your chakras to your crown.
You're not having sex?
You're having sex. You're having sex.
You are
but you don't
physically having
come.
sex.
But instead of coming physically, you're like
Spiritually.
you spiritually explode through your crown chakra.
Die. I want to try it.
And having like an orgasm that's like 110 times or whatever they say.
And you tried that?
I've tried it. I don't think. I mean, I did not succeed.
You keep going through your dick chakra.
Yeah. You're like, can we try it again? It's just not working. Like, I need more
Trying to
practice.
get it here, but it keeps ending down here.
You gotta do that breath of fire and bring it up.
Wait, so that means as you're having sex, you're just like on each other?
I don't even know if I was doing it right. We were reading some books with my brothers, and we had met some other guys who were these comic guys.
I love it. All bunch of dudes talking about some heavy.
No
Are there any women involved?
They were two twins, and they had like videos, and we borrowed the videos, and we were like Kundalini sex. It was like some old yoga. I mean, and Sting obviously was very popular talking about it at the time, so we were like, Sting's doing this shit. Let's try that.
I know. I was like, Sting's a
They're
freak.
like, we can have sex for 7 hours and have an orgasm that's like 10 times regular.
My dick will break.
It was a good idea, but I don't think it's like full on thrusting. I think it's like
7 hours though.
Fucking meditation conehead
Spiritual
shit.
sex?
I don't know
That's
exactly.
daytime sex right
It's
there.
been a
where
while.
you-
It's
a
been
whole
a
event.
Yeah, it's a whole event. You gotta like.
That's like some fucking Avatar let's tie to the fucking hair shit sex.
Yeah.
The hair goes.
The hair to your
Yeah.
tail thing,
Yeah.
right?
I'm gonna need some Red Bull for that kind of stuff.
I did see Sting in a restaurant one time with his wife. His wife, and there was like another girl with him.
Were you like, are you doing the triangle?
Like an Asian girl, and they were like, but we were all. It was like a cool LA restaurant. Everyone was vibing, and I don't know. And we were like looking. There was like something going. Of course, everybody in the restaurant was like, damn, they're on some old tantric Sting sex going on there.
While they were eating their spaghetti?
They weren't doing sex, but they were getting cozy with each other. Where you thought,
The eyes rolling back.
yeah, they were like,
shit.
it was late too. It was like one of these like.
Were they eating for 7 hours?
No, but in our minds, we were like, they're about to go back to the crib and have that tantric sex. I know it.
But what were they eating? Spaghetti?
I think there was spaghetti or steak or something at the table.
That's romantic.